Hi guys, been a long time. Welcome to Edu 314 Research Methods and Statistics. Today we shall be talking about Module 7. And this Module 7 is divided into two parts or two units. The first unit talks about research proposal, while the second unit talks about research report. An important step in research is the preparation of a research proposal. In many institutions, a research proposal must be submitted by a student before any project is approved. This provides a basis for the evaluation of the student project and gives the supervisor a basis for assistance during the period of his or her research. It also provides a systematic plan of procedure for the students or researcher to follow. Now, I told you sometimes ago that in a few months' time, you'll be allocated to supervisors for your final year thesis. And after your supervisor must have approved a topic for you, he or she will tell you to go and bring your proposal. Now, what are the things that are supposed to be in your proposal? When you are asked to go and write a proposal, what are the elements that should be included in a research proposal, or what does a research proposal looks like? This is what we are about to discuss. Now, when you are talking about research proposal, the first thing there is the title. That is the title of your thesis. And you have to take into consideration the followings. It informs the readers about the study. It should be brief but comprehensive, descriptive, and self-explanatory. Irrelevant words that can lengthen the title should be avoided, e.g., a case study, an experimental investigation, etc. Independent and dependent variables should be included in the title of experimental study. Abbreviations in the title should also be avoided. For instance, you want to look at the effectiveness of laboratory method of teaching on student academic achievement. So you don't include a case study of secondary school in Ijebu, local government. No. The word a case study should not be included. You should just leave it the way the effectiveness of laboratory methods on students' academic achievement. Then you have to include both independent and dependent variables. Like what I taught you the other time, when you say you want to investigate the effectiveness of laboratory methods on student academic achievement, you know that the laboratory method is the independent variable, while the student academic achievement is what? Dependent variables. You have to include all this. Then, as advised, you don't use abbreviations in your title. Now, after the title, you go to your chapter 1. Chapter 1. And what are those things that should be included in your chapter 1 of your thesis? You have background to the study. This one gives your reader the background to the problem you are trying to investigate. Statement of the problem. You state the problem. Why are you embarking on the study? Purpose of the study. What purpose does your study intend to achieve? Then you have research questions. You have research hypotheses. You have significance of the study. You have scope of the study, that is the spread of your study. You have definition of terms, that is the terms you use in your study that an ordinary reader may not understand. You have to define them. You have limitations and delimitations, which means after your title, you go to your what? Your chapter 1. Then after chapter 1, you go to chapter 2. Of course, like I told you, chapter 2 is basically on review of related literature. And like I said here, I said the evidence that a researcher is aware of what is already known and what is still unknown and yet to be tested is exhibited when he or she summarizes the writings of recognized authorities and previous relevant research. Do you get it now? You have to acquaint yourself with what some researchers had done that are related to the topic of your thesis. And while you are doing that, you do it in two ways. We have what is called theoretical review and the empirical review. Under the theoretical literature, the researcher gives the theoretical background of the study, while he or she reports the findings of related study under the empirical literature. Under the empirical, you tell us the findings of those who had already done something similar to what you are doing. And at the end of the day, you try and compare and contrast whether your own finding contradicts what they found or is in line with what they found. In reporting, a researcher can indicate his or her own reaction, can condense the idea, can restate author's idea in his or her own words. You get to know more of this when we get to how to cite the authors within the body of the work and in the references. Chapter 3. Chapter 3 deals with research methods. And under research methods, you have what is called research design, population, sampling techniques, instrument for data collection, validity of the instrument, reliability of the instrument, method of data collection, and method of data analysis. Now, after the title, we say we have chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. The last thing under research proposal is the references. So references list at the end of this provide pieces of information necessary for identifying and locating the pertinent sources of literature. Entries are arranged in alphabetical order using the surname of the first author. You will get more of this in your handout, how to write your references in terms of journal articles, in terms of books, in terms of chapter in a book, and